Good morning, Pisces. Welcome back to Clearly Quartz. This is going to be a general collective reading. As you already know, remember to take what you need and leave the rest. If it don't resonate, that's just fine. But if it does, please like and subscribe. Ooh, Eight of Pentacles. Alright, what you working on here? Okay, Nine of Swords. Okay, alright. Ooh, what? Okay, so you got Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Queen of Wands, and King of Wands, okay? Somebody may be working through something. Could be you, could be them. Got the Nine of Cups on the bottom here. I almost said Nine of Pentacles. So, Eight of Pentacles talks about working on things. Could be like working within. Because you get the Nine of Swords right next to it. And it's like, she's just, one more time, kind of like distraught almost, like really in the head type of energy and just kind of, thinking things through. Should I? Shouldn't I? Queen of Wands, very attractive, very thoughtful, very planning, very, just really in the zone, okay? I feel like you don't have anything to worry about, but we're going to check this out. You could be working on some things that need to be worked on in order to get to this place here. Okay, let's see what this is. You've got the Knight of Cups here, which talks about love coming your way. I mean, look at that Knight of Cups. Right underneath it is the Ten of Cups, okay? So the Knight of Cups is my date card, right? It's like somebody's coming in, and it's like they're coming in just like this, And it's like, it's going to flow. It's going to flow. It's going to flow. Let it go, okay? Eight of Pentacles. What is Eight of Pentacles for Pisces? We've got a card inside here. Okay, so let's see what we got. First card out was the Hangman, the Eight of Cups. I think it was Two Swords, and then the Judgment. So the Hangman talks about that spirituality and hanging on and kind of like allowing yourself to grow and let go is what I'm getting. The Eight of Cups talks about walking away and walking into something that makes you so much happier and understanding that, you know what, sometimes I got to leave something behind in order to grow, right? The Two of Swords is kind of like, well, where do I go from here? Like, I don't know. Like, where do I go? So allow your guides to show you which road, which path it is that you're supposed to go on. The Judgment card here talks about that releasing, also talks about reconciliation. Could be like within yourself or with somebody else. Sending out those messages, sending out those prayers, those affirmations is what's coming through for me. What is the Nine of Swords? Ooh, Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. Okay, you got a lot of wands here, so a lot of passion, a lot of fire. Could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So for the Nine of Swords, you've got Six of Pentacles, which talks about that equal give and take, about something coming back or something being given. That Ace of Swords is that inner knowing, that communication, that thought process. The Knight of Wands is very passionate. So somebody could be speaking about what they're really passionate about. And it could be that spirituality that's coming in over here. Could be talking about the things that, brought them down to bring them to a higher level and just kind of like, like when you talk to somebody about something and you release, I call it dumping. So when you dump, and then somebody else, and that's probably not the best word to call it, to be honest, but so like when you talk to your guides or you talk to another person or whoever it is that you're talking to, maybe you're just talking to yourself. Maybe you're writing it down in the journal, right? So when you do this, you're releasing it and allowing yourself to make room for things, you know, that are meant to be there, and different things that are in your life or coming into your life. Okay, and it's really passionate. I feel like this is another person. Like I said, that Nine of Swords, right? Just saying. It's like a sad, lonely, like one more time, you know, should I give it one more chance? I'm really thinking about it. You know, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this person? Could be, you know, checking in with yourself. How do you feel about yourself? You know, how are you speaking about yourself? How are you speaking about others? What is the Queen of Wands? So somebody may be feeling a little tied up here, and they're wondering, like, should I, shouldn't I? And that's kind of, you know, the message that's coming in here. Should I, shouldn't I? There's a lot of self-doubt. And like somebody's not doing their reflection. Somebody could be in their ego and thinking they're all that. Okay. I mean, Pisces, if that's you, you know better. But I mean, you do what you got to do, right? If you're wondering why things aren't flowing to you, you might need to do a little check-in with yourself. If you look at this Eight of Swords, it's like she's checking in, but she doesn't want to, and she doesn't know how to change it. Okay. You're beautiful just the way you are, is what's also coming through. So if you're not feeling it, if you're not feeling yourself, check in with yourself and give yourself a little pep talk, you know, do some positive affirmations. What's the Queen of Wands for Pisces? The Six of Cups. Yep. Memories, thoughts, thought patterns, you know, and again with the reconciliation, like how things used to be and how things are going to be, and that growth. Okay. We talk a lot about growth, because it's like where you once were is not where you are anymore. You may need to release some things that you don't really want to. Okay. And it's kind of like, it feels like a struggle, like an internal struggle. And if that's not you, it could be your person. Okay. You know, something they learned from childhood and trying to understand how to release it, how to let go. You may be in their life to help them with this, you know, and don't help if help isn't asked for, because you can't help somebody if they're not willing to help themselves. I mean, you could try all you want, but it's kind of like hitting a brick wall, okay? Because if somebody's not willing to change, it really doesn't, you know, like you're expending your energy to something. But if this is, you know, like within yourself, remembering, you know, where it is that you come from, remembering your heritage, remembering your ways, remembering, you know, what it is that you were taught as a child, and reinventing is the word that's coming out. So like somebody could be reinventing themselves here. Or struggling with like lessons that were taught and learned over the years, right? I mean, because it's what do you call it? Conditioning, I think is the right word. So it's like when you learn things as a child, right? Okay, well, this is how I learned. This is, you know, this is all I know. Teach yourself something new, a new language, read some books, you know, self-help stuff, you know, things like that. You know, kind of just being still and getting back in touch, not only with yourself, but with your higher power. Okay. Let's see what this King of Wands is. And he talks about, you know, planning, making that ultimate decision, like reinventing, right? King of Wands. So you got the Nine of Pentacles, and this talks about, you know, coming into that that Empress mode. So it's like the Minor Arcana, right? And she's choosing something there, you know, and I'm kind of getting like somebody's choosing their wife, is what I'm hearing. Choosing their wife, choosing their partner, choosing themselves. And it's like, you see how she's reaching out to that one pentacle up there, and there's a bird on there, right? So it's like reaching out to the guides, you know, asking for that help, asking for that assistance. It also talks about the Nine of Pentacles can be like choosing yourself, choosing to be single, you know, mapping it out and letting it just flow. Like if it comes, right? You also got the Ten of Swords here, which talks about, again, walking away from things that, you know, have hurt you. Maybe things that have been said to you. Negative self-talk is one that's coming up here. And allowing your guides, again, to show you the way, to let them help you. Okay, 9, 10 here. You also got the 10 of Wands. Okay, and that's packing it up and allowing yourself to walk away again. Okay, releasing those burdens. You could be carrying too many burdens, could be carrying too many things that were said to you and about you, you know, that type of thing. So when you plan to make, you know, turn yourself around, or like remember where it is that you come from, the things that you were taught, and kind of understanding, was it right, was it wrong, you know, did you grow up a certain type of way, right? What is the Knight of Cups? And, you know, some of us, you know, we don't grow up in the best conditions, right? And maybe it's because, you know, those generational things, right? What they learned, what they were taught, you know, and then they, you know, what you learned, what you were taught, you know, that type of thing is kind of showing up here. What's a Knight of Cups for Pisces? The Magician. The Three of Cups. Justice. King of Wands again. Okay, so somebody's really determined here. They may be manifesting, you know, like counting the stars is something that's coming out here. The Magician is very powerful. They're very strong. This person knows how to move, right? Like I said, how a person was raised and how they were taught. They understand. You know, it's like a group session is what I'm hearing, a group session with that Three of Cups. The Three of Cups also talks about celebrating, you know, could be with friends, family, you know, it could be asking for help. Their family could have turned their backs on them. So you see how their backs are turned. But I'm also getting like counting the stars and looking within the stars with that Three of Cups. That justice coming in with the balance, the harmony. You know, the mind, the thoughts, the emotion, the heart, you know, kind of like having that balance, looking within, following the heart. Also talks about karma, laws of the universe. And you've got that King of Wands, having that determination, that courage, again with a lot of fire energy here, Aries, Leo, and Sag. But if you're not dealing with a person like that, maybe it's in your chart, right? Maybe this is talking about, you know, making those moves, because wands are about movement, right? And having the courage to move forward, to express yourself, you know, and it's like, it's when you express yourself, you talk about it, right? And you talk about your feelings, and having the courage to do that, setting boundaries, you know, and allowing yourself to, you know, have those boundaries. And, you know, what was it, yesterday's reading? Was it yesterday? I don't even know. The last reading I did anyways, was about having those boundaries, you know, and not only with yourself, but with others as well. Okay. So, bottom of the deck, you've got the Nine of Swords again. Somebody may be struggling with sleep. Okay. They may be having not so good memories, not so good, you know, like dreams. They may, there may be a person here that just can't get you out of their damn head, and they don't know why. You know, I mean, it could be something like that. You know, you got that whole lot of thinking and thought process going on here, and it's like somebody's trying to give somebody something, right? Whether it be the guides trying to give you something, give them something, could be a bit of advice. You know, somebody's trying to give somebody something here, and it feels fiery. But there's a lot of self-doubt here too. Some messages for Pisces. These are handwritten messages that I've got. I don't know. Sometimes I use them and nothing's coming out. So maybe I grabbed the wrong one. Understanding. So you could be like understanding another person, understanding that they need space and that they need time, you know, and or understanding that you need space and you need time, or understanding that you've got to set boundaries. And maybe it's the other person understanding why you're setting these boundaries. Okay. August, 1 month. And let's see here. Anything else for Pisces? Hang out. I feel like you guys also, if you're dealing with another person, have shared passionate moments, you know, that deep intimacy, whether they were conversations or there was actual sex involved, past person. Call me, October, and signs. On the bottom of the deck, we have dreams in the reverse. I'm going to take it. So like I said, having those really horrible dreams. I'm also getting like a horrible ending. So their dreams may have started out well. Could be yours, could be theirs. And it just didn't turn out, you know, maybe whatever it is, the path that they're on, you or them, is not, you know, things didn't turn out the way that was expected. Okay. You are ready. And forgiveness. Having that forgiveness for self and for others. Okay, and then on the bottom of the deck, we have within the next few weeks. Okay, something's to be expected from here. Could be a message. Could be, you know, you're running across a reading or a video or a book or a phrase, you know, and it's just like, it sticks out to you. And you're wondering why, like, oh, why does that stick out to me? You know, so there may be some time for like some reflections in there. Maybe it's you saying something to somebody. I feel like there's a whole conversation here, whether it's with yourself or with somebody else, you know, and I feel like it could go both ways. This could go both ways. I think that's what I'm going to title this video. All right, you guys. So we will see you on the next one. Thank you guys for being here. Laters.